Your Dignity Memorial Funeral Home for burials and cremations is Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Memorial service for Michael Dillon, age 67, will be tomorrow, Friday, November the 4th at 2 p.m. from Oak Grove Baptist Church. Brother Max Buttram officiating, Curtis & Son Funeral Home handling the arrangements. Funeral service for Mr. Jimmy Charles Gilliland, age 74, of Sylacauga, is today at 2 o'clock from the chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home. Brother Terry Chappell and the Reverend Donald Chappell officiating, burial in the Mount Olive Cemetery in Talladega. Mr. Gilliland died Wednesday, November 2nd at his residence. Visitation will be today, noon until 2 o'clock at the funeral home. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga directing. Funeral service for Elizabeth Ann Worthy Smith of Talladega will be today at Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega. That service starts at 2 p.m. Brother Bobby Freeman and Brother Farrell Morris officiating, burial in the Pine Hill Memorial Park. Online condolences at urseryfuneralhome.com. Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Rosa Lee Allen Long, age 80, of Rockford, will be Friday at noon from Union Baptist Church in Rockford. Brother Ronnie Burleson officiating, burial in the adjoining cemetery. The family receiving friends Friday from 10 a.m. until 11:30 a.m. at Union Baptist Church. Mrs. Long died November 1st at Goodwater Healthcare Center. She was a member of the Union Baptist Church, and the family will accept flowers or contributions can be made to the Union Baptist Church Cemetery Fund in Rockford. Memorial messages can be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Mary Edna Hunter will be Friday at 11 o'clock from Miracle Baptist Church in Alexander City. Burial in the Bethlehem Cemetery. Family receiving friends at the funeral home today from 2 until 6 p.m. Funeral arrangements are set for Mrs. Mary Lee Mitchell. Those services on Saturday, November the 5th at 1 o'clock from Paradise Mission Full Gospel Church in Goodwater. Bishop Robert Hollandquist officiating. Interment in the Macedonia Memorial Gardens. Public viewing will be Friday evening from 6 until 7 o'clock at Zion Memorial Funeral Home Chapel. Zion Memorial Funeral Home in Sylacauga directing. Funeral service for Elizabeth Barber Hare, age 77, is Friday, 2 p.m. from Ursery Funeral Home Chapel. The Reverend Johnny Jones officiating. Burial in the Pine Hill Memorial Park. The family receiving friends Friday 1 until 2 at the funeral home in Talladega. Mrs. Hare died November 2nd at Citizens BMC. She was a lifelong resident of Talladega and a member of the Clara Purcell United Methodist Church in Talladega. Online condolences at urseryfuneralhome.com. Ursery Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Michael Cross, age 55, will be Friday, November the 4th at 1 o'clock from Bethel Missionary Baptist Church in Alpine, with the Reverend A. Deshaun Spikes officiating. Interment in the Bethel Church Cemetery. Mr. Cross died October 28th. Visitation at the church 2 hours prior to the service. Anniston Funeral Service in charge of the arrangements. And funeral service for Philip Wayne Love, age 57, of Ashland, is today at 2 p.m. from Benefield Funeral Home in Ashland, with the Reverend Jason Watkins officiating. Burial in the Ashland City Cemetery. Mr. Love died November 1st at his residence. He was a native of Clay County. Online condolences at BenefieldFuneralHome.com. Benefield Funeral Home in Ashland in charge of the arrangements. That's a look at obituaries this morning, brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361. Your Dignity Memorial Funeral Home for burials and cremations is Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.